Shalom. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that taught us this word. I just wanted to do a video on current events, on the news that's going on about, the U.S. and these tariffs and all these sanctions he's posing on different various countries, and how eventually, that's going to lead to this third, world's war. Got this article out of RussiaToday.com entitled "China Vows to Remain Trade with Iran, Ignoring with Us or Against Us Threats from U.S." So no one's listening to America no more. No one's scared of America. Everybody's got the nuclear missiles now, ready to get this thing set off. So everybody's going to do their thing. Everybody's dropping the dollar. So we're almost there. Washington's unilateral anti-Iran campaign has nothing to do with international law or fair trade, and thus the threat of potential sanctions won't affect Beijing's sovereign right to freely choose its business partners. The ministry also reminded Washington that Beijing follows a consistent policy of opposing any unilateral sanctions and long-armed jurisdiction indiscriminately practiced by the U.S. against members of the international community. Beijing reaffirmed its stance on U.S. sanctions at a sensitive time in Sino-American relations, full of trade disputes and China's repeated accusations that Trump is pursuing unfair protectionist policies. In recent months, the countries have slapped each other with reciprocal trade tariffs, with even more levies set to come into force later in August. Following its withdrawal from the Iran nuclear deal earlier this year, on Tuesday, the U.S. slapped Iran with the most biting sanctions ever. The Islamic Republic is now prevented from using the U.S. dollar and is barred from trading in cars, metals, and minerals. Washington also aims to renew its sanctions on Iran's energy sector in November. Donald Trump also firmly stated that those nations that disobey and continue to trade with Iran after November 4th deadline will not be doing business with the United States. So Trump is going hard, man. Despite threats voiced by Washington, a number of countries have refused to bow to Trump's demands to cut ties with Iran. While the European Union is enforcing the so-called blocking statute to protect its firms operating in Iran from looming U.S. sanctions against the country, Germany, a signatory to the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, has criticized the U.S. approach. So, you have the BRICS, you have the European Union. They all have, ties with Iran, business deals. So, that's going to affect their businesses as well, their money. Not with just Russia, but, with Germany too. That's it on that. But, it's just further evidence of how, these trade wars, are going to affect, the economy in certain places, which can lead to all-out war. Next article I got is from South China Morning Post, or scmp.com. Trade wars cause world wars. History shows. Will this time be different? U.S. President Donald Trump's conviction that trade wars are good and easy to win certainly runs against well-established economic doctrine and history, both of which suggest no one can win and all will lose in such a mutually destructive war. Worse can happen than just material loss to the countries directly involved. While a country may try to destroy another by targeting its economy rather than its military, history suggests that a full-blown trade war inevitably leads to a shootout between nations. The first shots of the current war have been fired, with the United States and China reaching imposing punitive tariffs on 25% on US $34 billion worth of others' imports. Neither Washington nor Beijing has shown any intention of backing down. Both appear to be prepared for a tit-for-tat fight. History provides ample evidence that trade problems have heightened tensions among nations. Such fights led to economic crisis and trigger political and social crisis, and finally trigger wars. So yeah, man. So Trump may very well be the last president, you know. And back it up with the scriptures is Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, and the 10 horns and the beast represent NATO and the EU. These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate. The whore represents, America. And make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. How are they going to do that? Through that World War III, with those nuclear missiles that are going to be shot from the ends of the earth and pretty much, destroy America. But yeah, we're seeing that now about the 10 horns and the beast hating the whore, with Germany, Russia, all these different nations, they hate America now, or they're building up to it. Iran. So yeah, Scripture says, in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. So yeah, we just wanted to bring out this little current event that's going on right now. With that, shalom all.